What about yous? CJ Audits, Auditing Northern Ireland. We're in Newcastle, County Down today at the PSNI station. Whoa! So we're just seeing what's happening here. So we're County Down, Newcastle, County Down. So it is sunny Newcastle. Look at that there for a few. Lovely. Once again, folks, back in Northern Ireland, so we are here. As I say, we're at Newcastle, County Down, PSNI station. So we are. I just want to see what the opening hours is. We'll go over here and see what the opening hours is here. If we can here. We'll check out. We'll ask this gentleman. I've seen a gentleman in there, the opening hours. So hey there, sir. Could you help me a minute, please? You say CJ Audits, Auditing Northern Ireland here. As I say, we're in Newcastle, County Down here. What's the opening hours, sir?
We're not open to the public at all.
You're not opening to the public at all?
You have to go to the public or near it.
Right. It just says on your website there you're open from 7 to...
But that should have been taken off. We're not open at all.
Right, no problem.
The station's closed to the public. It's just the police themselves.
Right, gentlemen, thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Sir, how you doing?
How you doing, mate? What about these boys? What's happening here? Straight into me. I know your face. No, thank God for that. How you doing, lads? What about these?
What's going on here today, sir?
Pardon, sir?
What's going on today?
I'm making a wee film about police stations in Northern Ireland.
Right, okay.
So, I'm here to cause no harm, no threat, nothing to anybody, okay, lads? I'm just doing a quick audit.
Okay.
You heard of auditing?
No.
Doing a quick audit, mate. It'll be 5 minutes round the station, then I'm away again.
Well, my colleague just needs to discuss a couple of things.
Right, we'll go ahead, colleague. Can you identify yourself, sir, please?
Constable Beatty.
And your number?
Downpatrick Station.
And your number, please?
5053.
Thank you very much, sir.
Constable Proctor, also Downpatrick, under my shoulder there.
At this exit, you wouldn't say it out. Yeah, this exit, you wouldn't say it out, please.
25262. Right.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Sir, you're going to be searched under Justice and Security, okay?
Like, I'm going to have to explain to you why I'm here.
Yeah,
So I am, and you're still going to search me under Terrorism Act.
Oh, so you're going to be searched for under Justice and Security, okay?
Yes,
Like I said, I'm Constable Proctor from Downpatrick.
And what section?
And you'll now be...
What section?
Sir, I need you to listen, okay?
I'm listening.
Searched under Justice and Security for any wireless apparatus and such, okay?
Yep.
So,
Under what section?
so listen, okay?
Under what section of the Justice and Security 2007?
Justice and Security, okay?
No, you need a section, mate. Before you start, don't put your hands on me, you need a section.
Sir, you need...
And before you start, sir, I'm going to say to you, are you sure you want to do this? Because there was a memo sent round every police station, Northern Ireland, England, Wales and Scotland. So there was a memo sent round. People like myself, vloggers, bloggers, YouTubers, videos, amateur photographers have to be left alone and not to be searched under the Justice and Security Act in section 43 or 23 or 24. So it happens. So are you sure you want to do this again, sir?
Like I say, you will be getting searched, sir, okay? So I'll
Well,
try and get it done as quick as I can. However,
Onto the camera here, look, I can send no searches here today in Newcastle, County Down, Northern Ireland.
Sir, what's your name, please? Just
I don't need to give my name, sir. I've committed no crime.
under the Justice and Security Act, they need to provide...
No, I don't, sir. What section are you using under the Justice and Security Act? I'm asking you, before you search me, what section are you using?
Sir, you don't need to be awkward with us.
I'm not being awkward, mate. I'm not being awkward. You're going to search me here and you can't tell me the section.
Yeah, you don't need to tell you.
You do need to tell me a section now.
I need to tell you.
Now, this is going to be an unlawful search.
That's fine.
If you don't give me the section, this is an unlawful search.
Whatever email you're talking about that's been sent around.
It's a memo sent around to the MPCC, around every force, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales and England.
Right.
And it's got to do with this, and it's got to do with you abusing them justice powers,
Okay.
which you're just about to do, so you are.
Okay, well that's
And
fine.
as I say on camera here again, I cause no threat, no harm, no fear to nobody here. I'm just out fiddling the day, and I consent to no searches by the PSNI of Northern Ireland.
See due to the location that you're recording in.
What, Newcastle, lovely Newcastle, County Down, sure, it's beautiful.
Newcastle Police
Sure, it's beautiful.
Station.
See, yes,
So, if you want to just...
Right, what section are you searching me under?
again, we don't need to tell you.
You do need me a section now. No, you do need a section. Do you want me to phone my solicitor now?
Okay?
Do you want me to phone my solicitor before you put your hands on me and get this all wrong?
There's no need to be awkward.
I'm not
okay?
being awkward, mate.
Search will take
I am
long.
not being awkward. I'm just asking you
For the
what
purpose
section.
of This search you will be detained, okay?
So I'm being detained as well here, so I am. Now, I haven't been told a section what I'm going to be searched under here. It's just the Justice and Security Act.
You haven't been told the section, okay?
Now, do you want me to tell you the section you're going to search me under? No, I'm not going to do your job for you. And I'm not being awkward, sir.
Security.
I'm not being awkward. So these folks are going to put hands on me here and they can't even tell me the section that they're going to search me under. So anyway, I can search those sections.
You are being searched under Justice and Security legislation. That's all you need to be.
You need a section.
Sir, it's covered under justice.
Now, listen, I'm not a police officer and I know
You're
this.
aware of the section, then you know yourself, okay?
No, you have to state the section.
I need you to comply with the search.
Here we go, folks. 1 second for the camera here. This man's going to search me here unlawfully here. I'm doing lawful things here, so I am in County Down, Northern Ireland here. I'm on with a video camera making a video
In front of the police station, sir.
in front of a police station, whatever difference that makes. Look, go ahead, sir. I don't consent to a search, and I would still like to know what section. I would still like to know what section you're searching me under. Now, this is unlawful. You haven't stated the section to me, boys.
Again, sir, all you need to know is the legislation.
And do you know what this is, boys? Do you ever hear the legislation number 8 under the human rights? Hobbies?
I don't know what you're trying to do.
Put your phone over to that hand.
Yes, I will indeed, sir. No bother about it. Once again, folks, we're stop searching the streets of Northern Ireland here.
Thing in these front pockets of this coat.
A tobacco tin. Put your hand in there, look at it, sir. As I say, stop searching the streets again in Northern Ireland.
So you say once again, were you stopped the search here before?
Believe you me, mate. Believe you me, this isn't my first rodeo.
Sir, is there
So
anything
it's
in
not-
this press pocket? I can feel something there.
Telephone.
Another phone.
As I say, folks, we're getting stripped in the street again.
So you're not being stripped,
Well, you just unzip my coat in the street.
which legally I'm allowed to do.
So 2 seconds, you boys are searching me under for a man with a camera. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. As I say to you, mate, I'm not here to argue with you. I'm just stating the laws to you.
Focus on me, right? Focus your anger and frustration.
I haven't got anger and frustration. I'm not angry. Just for the camera, I'm not angry, frustrated, or nothing
If
here.
you want, you can vent to me, okay?
I'm not venting.
Search, so if you
I'm-
want, you can discuss it with me.
I'm alright, man. I'm talking to the camera, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. See this arm? Can you put the mic by your side for me? So, thank you.
So once again, you're abusing your powers again.
Is there anything in these front or rear of your trouser pockets?
There's a lighter and some cash. Once again, is this how you treat visitors to County Down, is it? Is this how you treat visitors to County Down? Must be, must be. How you doing, sir? Are you recording me? Should you not let me know when you approach me you're recording me? It's in your code of practice. First opportunity.
Cameras here for my safety.
First opportunity, you were meant to let the public know when you were recording them. That's in your code of practice, sir.
Look,
Now, as I say, this isn't my first rule.
I don't doubt you, but I think
As I say, folks, here we go again.
You're trying to do here.
What I'm trying to do, I'm making a video about the police stations, and you are just the stars there now. Thank you. You finished with your search, sir?
So I've not got anything on
Right,
it.
there's your tobacco.
He's finished with your search, sir, now. That was not a lawful search, sir, on the street, because you couldn't state me what section.
You were told your legislation.
You should have been section 23 or section 24, you should have searched me under. For future reference, you're getting schooled today. Thank you very much, sir.
In case you already knew it.
That doesn't matter, you're supposed to state it. So you are. It's the same as he's meant to state he's recording me. Are you recording me, sir?
Of course we are.
Well, use any opportunity, you are meant to inform the public they're being recorded. Okay, sir?
Well,
Today is a
at the
school
end
day.
of the day, sir, you've been informed of the legislation you're being searched
Yes, but you didn't tell me what section.
Indeed, because it's within the legislation. The legislation
No,
doesn't cover
no,
all,
no,
okay?
no, no, no,
And we
no.
told you as well that due to the threat in the area, you were going to be searched under justice and security, and the object of our search.
So you abused your powers for a man with a camera. Today again, folks, today again.
And yourself for the search. So both for our safety and your safety, those powers were carried out in a lawful way, and the search was legal.
Wasn't legal. You didn't state what section you searched me
We're
under.
obviously gonna have a difference of
So you
opinion
didn't. We're going to have a difference of opinion, alright, so we are. Is it, you done with me here, lads? I finished my video here. Carry on with my lawful business, please.
There's no worries, no worries.
Of course there's no wire. What do you think I'm going to turn up here with a wireless apparatus? Mate, he's mental.
So we need your ID for the search record.
No, sir. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't. Keep your search record. I don't want your search record.
Look, I don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are.
So I have to record because
Well, I don't want a search record, so you don't lie to my name. I've committed no crime, sir. Again,
We
I've
still-
committed no crime, sir.
Well,
No crime if I commit it. Have I? Walking around on camera is not. Walking around my camera is not a crime,
I
sir.
need to identify who you
No,
are.
you don't, sir. No, you don't. Now I have this every week. You don't. I've committed no crime, sir.
Look, you're still.
Now, look.
acting suspiciously outside.
I'm not. I'm acting suspicious. I'm standing in the street here. Look, so I am. I'm dressed, and I'm acting suspiciously outside a police station. Now I've told you why I'm here. I told you what to do.
Well,
Does that look?
I appreciate.
Your curiosity.
Look, I appreciate what you're saying, but anyone can say those things.
What was the first thing I said to you when I came here? I'm not here to cause harm, fear, or intimidate anybody.
Okay. Well, look,
And I'm not.
I appreciate that.
And I'm not.
But anyone can say that.
And I'm
Still-
here to make a video, hence the camera.
Still have intent to do those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, but I can assure you I don't. You do not need to know my name, sir.
Okay.
So you don't.
We need to be able to identify you for the search record.
I don't want a search record, so you don't need to. You don't need to put. No, I don't want a search record. Okay, folks. That's it. Once again, folks. PSNI in Northern Ireland. What's this all about? I'm causing no harm,
I
man.
don't know who you are, so I have to identify
I'm causing. No, you don't. No, you don't. Unless I committed a crime, you do. Here we go, folks. Lovely, sunny Newcastle, County Down, Northern Ireland. Out for a stroll, making a blog about a police station, and here we are. They're trying to ascertain my details when they know rightly that they have no power to get my name out of me, unless they use a certain section, which they couldn't state a section to me, but obviously they're not going to state that section because they don't know the other section they state it. They search me under. So how do we proceed? How do we proceed, sir?
Under the Justice Security Act, you do have an obligation to provide your identity.
No, I don't, sir. You've searched me unlawfully. You haven't stated the section. Now you're going to try and obtain my name from me illegally.
It's not,
You've searched me illegal, mate. You should have stated the section 23 or section 24.
Okay, you've said that several times.
Yes, yes.
If you want to make a complaint, you're welcome to make a complaint.
I'm not here to make complaints, mate. I'm here. Look, listen.
Well, it certainly seems
Listen,
like
I'm not here to make complaints. Look, I'm not here for car registration, personal registrations, or anything.
Yeah.
I'm here to make a video. I've told you on it why I'm here. This might be uploaded. Depends how good the content is. At the minute, it's not too bad. You're doing all right at the minute, so you aren't like.
very nice of you to-
It's not a complete fail, but you're there. Like, the box hasn't been ticked yet. Now, as I say, sir, this is not my first video, and I will not be giving you my name. So how do we proceed, sir? Between the two of you, do you want to work something out there?
have a quick word here. Let me just.
Am I still being detained?
Yes, sir, you are.
Why am I still being detained? You've already searched me.
Being searched, yes.
Yes, I was detained for the search, so now I'm undetained. So I'm still being detained. I'm still being detained. Now you have searched me, so you have, and you found, as you state yourself, nothing on me. Now I'm still being detained. Now I'm not free to leave.
As it says, sir.
Am I free to leave?
Sir, you're not.
So why am I being detained now?
Because we have to ascertain the details.
No, you don't, sir. I've committed no crime. I've committed no crime, sir. Look, I'm not being awkward, mate. I just know my rights.
Well, it seems you know your legislation as well, so you'll know that you need to ascertain details.
No, I
So
don't,
stop
mate.
and search under
This is not my first rodeo once again.
I appreciate that.
I've committed no crime, sir.
Again,
As I say,
Yes.
look, I've been nice, I've been civil, so I have. And I continue to be like that. And you've been alright yourselves, but you can't state the law to me. And you're police officers.
as I've said, sir, all
Well, can I ask you something there? Can I ask you one question there, sir? What law am I breaking with this camera stand here?
sir, I'm not only entertaining that.
See, you can't answer that. We're breaking no laws. There is no laws. There's a police memo, as I say to you again, sent around every force in the UK. Now, you are not doing your job if you have not read that memo.
That's so.
That is true. Now, you come into work every morning and there's different memos for you. You should obviously read through them to see what you're doing that day. Now, for instance, if I was a painter and decorator and I went to work, I don't walk into work every day and put the same colour on a wall. I have to check to see what colour is on the wall. So, when you come into work, you should be reading memos sent by the chief commissioners.
Is that looking for a response or?
That's it. And you haven't read them memos, so you're not doing your job right. So ignorance of the law is no defence.
There we go.
Ignorance of the law is no defence.
Okay, sir.
And you're a police officer. I'm sorry, sir. It could have been anybody here. Like, as I say, like, I'm being detained here for a search. They've searched me, and now they're detaining me still again. So I'm still being detained.
For sure.
For what?
As I've said, the search is stopped, but you're still.
The search is stopped. Yep.
Stopped by police.
Yep.
Sir, under Section 1 of the Justice Security Act, you do have to give us your details
Under
on your
what?
movements.
Under what?
Section 21 of the Justice Security
Oh, you get that right. Oh, he's got it right. He went on the phone there. Look. He went on the phone and got it right there.
Sir, you know, there's no need to be awkward about it.
No, no.
I
Well,
understand what you're trying to do.
You're an officer.
Yes.
You should know the law.
But listen, I understand.
And you're breaching that section 21 again.
I understand what you're trying to do, but there's no need to get on off and be awkward.
I'm not being awkward, sir. Have I raised my voice? Have I shouted at you?
And then you can be on your way.
Have I raised my voice? Have I shouted at you?
I can't say that you did.
I've been civil here to both you boys, so I
Being
have.
perfectly civil.
So, now, so you searched me under, you didn't even know what section it was, and now you've been on the radio, and now you're trying to get your details out of me under section 21 now, which is another terrorist related thing that you're using.
It is indeed.
Yes, so earlier on you said this wasn't terrorist, and now you're saying it is.
When did I say it wasn't terrorist?
So it's on camera. When you first approached me, I said the Justice and Security Act, sure, it's terrorism, you're searching me under, and you says no, it wasn't.
I didn't say any such thing.
Well, there, it's on camera, mate. You'll see yourself once you're,
That's fine. You can
you know.
check back over it and whatever. But
So what makes you think I'm a terrorist?
listen, I've already explained. There are the circumstances of you standing outside.
So you're not answering my questions.
I'm
You're
answering you right now.
right. Go ahead, sir.
Literally right
Go
now.
ahead, sir.
You're standing outside a police station recording.
Yes, which is legal. Is this public? Is this public property? It's public, mate. Public.
And the circumstances you can understand are reasonably suspicious.
No, I can't understand that. No,
Well,
no. Just because.
that's fine.
Now, this is
Yeah,
Newcastle. Now,
that's fine.
people walk past here all the time, taking pictures, photographs, everything. Do you stop them?
Yeah, it's slightly different when you're doing it.
I wouldn't say it's different now. No,
It
sir.
certainly is.
No, sir. What manner was
I've
now?
explained to
Why
you-
I came to this station today was now I asked the gentleman in there. Now I approached that singer or whatever you want to call it. I asked that gentleman what I wanted to know.
Right.
You asked that gentleman what I came to the station for.
Do you want to just tell me?
No.
Okay. Well, look, I've explained to you why the
Right.
circumstances are suspicious, and as such, under Justice and Security Act, we have the power to demand that you give your details.
So you're abusing this power again.
Yes.
So you're abusing this power, yes, as you said by
Whatever
your
you
own
wanna
mouth.
call it. I've told you that I have the power to do it. I've told you why. Can you give me your name?
What was your
please?
grounds?
Can you give me your name?
What was your
please?
suspicion?
Yes, I've already explained that to you.
Suspicion for walking around a camera. It's illegal, mate, on public property. We can do what we want on public property.
Yeah.
Yes, I know we are. We're going around in circles because you approached me and you didn't know the law. You didn't know section 23 and you didn't know section thingy. Now you've been on the radio and you've re-detained me, you searched me, and I should have been free to go after the search. And he's had to go on the radio to get.
Re-detained, you were still in
the-
detention.
He's had to go on the radio to get schooled.
So can I ask you your name, please?
You can ask.
What's your name, please?
You can ask.
I have a power to demand that you give your details.
And if I refuse to give, if I refuse to give my name, what's going to happen to me?
I would rather you just give me your details.
No,
and
but
then
if I
you could
refuse,
be on your way.
I'm going to ask you one more time. If I refuse to give my name,
If you refuse to give your details, then you could be arrested.
I could be arrested.
Yes.
Could or will.
Well, because if you're
Well, so now you're threatening me. So now I'm getting threatened. Now I'm getting threatened here. If I don't provide my details, I'm going to get arrested.
because we can't identify who you are.
So I've committed. Now, bear in mind, I've committed no crime here.
Well, it is a crime. It is an offence to prevent to not give your details. But
Yes,
demanded to.
But what I'm talking about, I'm talking about the initial stop. I'm talking about the initial stop, sir. So I am.
Right.
You don't need my details, mate. I
I don't know who you are, so I need you.
Well, I really don't know who you are. Like at the same breath, I've never met you. I've never met this fella.
True, but
So we can go round that way.
I've told you who I am. You have
know.
my details.
You can go round that way.
We're being perfectly nice.
So you don't need my details, sir, because I've committed no crime, sir. I'm standing in public. I've committed no crime, now, lads. Now I know you're out here, like, just going round in circles, so we are.
Yeah, because you're unwilling to cooperate with us, sir.
I've done nothing wrong, my man. I have done nothing
I've
wrong.
already addressed this issue.
I have done nothing wrong.
Repeated.
So I've done nothing wrong, lads.
Well, if you're going to refuse to identify yourself,
Pardon, go ahead, say for the
is that
camera.
what you're saying? That you're refusing? That you're not going to give your details?
One more time for the camera. If I refuse to give my details, I haven't broken no laws. I'm standing in a public place with a camera. And what happens if I don't give my details?
That you can be arrested.
I can or I will.
You will if you don't identify yourself.
If I don't identify myself, I will be arrested.
Yes.
Right. Under threat of duress and arrest, I will identify myself, so I will.
Okay, please.
Now, if you have a pen and piece of paper, I will write it down because I don't want GDPR on this. And once I give you my name and address, under duress again,
Okay.
you will not speak my name in this camera or it was GDPR.
If I need to state your name when I'm speaking to you, then I can.
No, you can't, not on camera, mate. GDPR.
What's the name, please, sir?
Just I'll write it for you. And I can't say it on camera.
I will write in my notebook. There's sensitive information in my notebook. Which
Yes,
you're not gonna see.
we'll cover that there. Give me a blank pen. Give me a blank piece of paper.
State your name.
I'm not stating it, I'm writing it down because of GDPR. I'm going to write my name down now. I am going to give my details here. I'm going to write it down for this officer because I don't want my name on.
You can blank it out.
I'll write it down for you, sir.
You can mute your video.
Now, I'm willing to give my details here now. This officer doesn't want to take it. Well, I'll ask this man in here for a pen and piece of paper. I'll do, sir.
Look,
Now, this is abusing the powers, mate, again.
this is honestly the most awkward conversation I've had
Mate,
with anybody.
mate, this is abusing your powers, mate. That's exactly what this is.
I'll tell you what. I see if you weren't so awkward, this would all been done and dusted.
Mate, see if he's hadn't
You know
approached me.
yourself.
If he's hadn't approached me,
Like, can you stand over here and talk?
he's
to
hadn't
my colleague?
approached me. 2 seconds to get a piece of pen and paper off this fella here.
I would say leave him alone. I'll speak to him. I'll see if I can get a piece of paper. I can't.
Right.
I can't give you this notebook. Understand?
Well, that's all right. Well, could you take a page out of it?
No.
Okay. Oh, that's
Definitely not.
I'm testing you there. I'm testing you. Now, I am going to provide my details, okay?
Sorry.
I am going to provide my details.
Okay. Well, look.
And I haven't been awkward, and I haven't
It'd be
been...
nice if you could just
And I haven't
save
been...
all this awkwardness and
Now,
just tell me.
listen. I've done nothing wrong here, sir. Have I committed any crimes here?
Look, if you're not giving me your details, then you are.
Yes, I know that, and that is why I'm giving you my details under duress.
Right.
So what are your details then, sir?
Yes, I'm going to write them on a piece of
He
paper.
wants a piece of
I've already
paper,
told.
write it down.
I've told this officer here. Now, under GDPR, lads, if I give you this here name and address, I don't want these repeating it back onto the camera, please. There's a breach of GDPR. Schooled, mate, schooled.
Right, whatever you want to say. If I'm speaking to you and I need to state your name or I need to give your details over the radio, I will speak your name out loud.
But you can walk around there
You
and
can
give...
get that if you want to. That's all I'll
No,
say.
you can walk around there, Dave, mate. At the end of the day, mate, as I say to you again, man, I'm not here to cause hassle or anything, mate.
Well, it definitely seems like you're here to cause
You know,
hassle,
I'm not,
'cause it's the
mate.
most hassle I've had all day.
I'm not, mate.
Like,
I'm not.
To be fair.
Why did you roll up? Because I had a camera. As I say to you, mate,
Somebody with a mask.
I'm going to say to you again, mate.
You got to understand.
Yeah, I'm going to say to you again, I don't understand that, by the way. I'm going to say to you again, read the memo that was sent around every PA police force in the UK. It was sent there last year, I think it was December, about people like myself.
Okay.
They have to be left alone. They cause no threat.
There's a blank card, you can write it off.
They cause no threat. I cause no threat. I told you that from the start.
What you tell me and what you present are two completely different things.
And under duress here again, folks, under threat of arrest, I will provide my details here to this officer.
Take your camera for you, alright?
No, I'm alright.
Go ahead.
Not my name.
Yes, please.
There you go. Sorry, I'll get that for you. There you go.
And date of birth?
Over 21.
Sorry?
Over 21.
Have you an address?
What do you want, sir?
It's alright, sir. Don't matter now.
Just wanted a piece of paper to write his details down.
Sorry.
My pen, it works.
Should work. That's just an initial for your first name.
Yep.
Could you tell me your first name?
No. There you go, sir. Now, please don't repeat that there, eh?
Right, 2 seconds.
As I say to you there, GDPR there, he's straight out there with names all over the internet. If you want to go over and check out on your man there to follow it through, like GDPR, lads, just mind that I step back out here because I'm feeling hemmed in there.
Yeah, you can stand for it.
Thanks very much.
Apparently he's not going to tell us that. Like,
You have a name and address?
You have to give us your full identity.
Oh, my full? We didn't ask for my full identity.
Sir, you're just being awkward.
I'm not being awkward, mate. I'm not, mate. Mate, this is my first rodeo, mate. You haven't seen awkward.
Clearly not.
You haven't seen awkward, mate. There you go, sir. And once again for the camera, GDPR, please do not repeat that. So yeah, folks, lovely sunny Newcastle. We're on here with two officers that don't know the 2007 Justice and Security Act here. They abused it, now they abused it to get my details, so they have. As I say, once again, here's a memo went round every police station in the UK, photographers, bloggers, amateur photographers, YouTubers have to be left alone. And obviously these officers haven't read that memo.
Just because someone says.
Just something says,
doesn't mean that that's what they're doing.
I came to your police force.
Understand. And you obviously do this to elicit a response. I mean, this is.
Well,
I mean, it's clearly what you're doing. So you understand what you're doing. You understand why you're being searched, and you do this for that purpose.
no comment.
Yeah.
Say you have to let members of the public know you're recording it. At the first
it does say, right? Can I say your name? Can I speak to you one-on-one? You're just. Yeah.
Right, come on and speak to me one-on-one. Come on, speak to me one-on-one.
Not on record. I just wanted to have an honest conversation with you. Or you don't have to have a camera on me. You can say.
No. This is for my safety and your safety, officer.
You know.
So it's my safety and your safety.
Do you want to stand out in front of you feeling penned in, or?
No, I'll stand here so well because the wind's interfering with the camera there in a minute. So it is like. You're a big man in there, done a bit of grass and tooting or whatever you want to do. Sir,
You don't need.
I can film wherever I can see from public, wherever my eye can see. Now, listen to this. Now, if I was outside your house, which I'm not, and I don't want to be either, I can stand outside your house and video into your house, and there's not a thing you could do about it, sir.
Well, if you're recording in a public place, yeah, but if you're recording.
If I step into your garden, it's a different story.
If you're recording in someone's window, there's potential harassment offences.
No, there's not, sir. From public, no, there's not, mate. Photography is not a crime. Panic. You ever hear of panic?
Well, harassment's to do with the course of conduct. It doesn't matter that you're in a public place and that you're doing something you believe that you have.
So what are you going to do? Drop in there section 5 or something?
Well, I'm just having a chat with you.
That's all right, mate. You're right. Have a chat. That's all right. So it is. Yeah. So Newcastle was lovely today until my video was interrupted. So it was, folks. I'll let this up for a second. We went to Castlewellan, but the police station there is closed.
A long time.
Is it a long time? Yeah. Well, we went there. I went to do that, and it's closed. So we find ourselves in sunny Newcastle.
You say waves or groupies or?
No comment, sir. Yeah. Let's say, sir, I cause no harm to none of you boys here.
Well, that's good.
Right. As I say, get your law right, mate. Please, for your own self, I'll save you a lot of time. Now, at the end of the day, mate, here, look, there's a lot of other people do worse than me, mate. Now, I don't make civil cases against the police, so I don't. And I'll let you know that on camera. And I don't take personal registrations of cars coming in, which I can. Now, you're shaking your head. Now, today's a school day. I can. But for the safety of the officers in Northern Ireland, I know he's doing a hard enough job as it is, but I wouldn't record your thing, your private registration, and upload it online. But if I did, that's out. No, do you know why? Because anything I upload to the internet, that's nothing to do with me no more. You have to take that up to the internet.
There's an offence in collecting that information.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Whether you're sharing that publicly or not.
Yep.
Just keeping your rights.
Yeah, I know the fences, mate. I know the fences. If you want to go down, do you want a few more sections run off?
You know, do you think you could honestly stand there without us doing something?
Do you want a few more sections run off? Or do you want me to point you in the right direction, actually?
I'm sorry?
Do you want a few more sections run off, or do you want me to point you in the right direction?
No, I'm absolutely fine.
As I started saying, you've been dead on today. Both of you have actually been alright. You're actually not. You're actually one of the better policemen, like, because I usually get dogs abuse for this. Abuse.
I'm sure you do.
And you, but
I can tell from the way you're speaking to me, you're actually probably a decent person. The camera's not there.
Mate, it's an eye opener. This here's an eye opener. So I'm going to let you into the secret here. I'm going around every station in Northern Ireland.
Right.
Because you should have all read that memo.
Okay.
And I will be doing every station in Northern Ireland.
Okay.
And the reactions I've got so far have been brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. These two guys have actually been not bad. You don't know the law, but these are not bad. Now, I've had hands on me straight away. People straight out the station, hands on me and everything, so I have. Yeah. For a man doing a lawful activity on public property.
Okay. yeah, as I've said, you know why it's causing that reaction. And that's why
Well, the thing is, mate,
you're doing it.
once again, we'll go back to the memo again. If you'd read the memo, you wouldn't have to come near me.
So it's probably not correct.
Oh, you're calling me a liar now? So this officer's calling me a liar.
You're giving me an opinion.
No, I'm giving you what it says in black and white.
Right, okay.
The memo was sent around every police force in the UK. Look it up. Auditing. Look up auditing. Read it.
Okay.
You'll be skilled.
Auditing, is it A-U-D-I-T-I-N-G?
Yep, auditing. Audits, auditing. Am I still being detained?
Yeah, we're still checking through your details.
Why am I being detained?
You have to confirm your identity, and that's what he was doing.
So they detain me, they search me and detain me. Now they same old, they drop back on a different section to ascertain your details, so they do. And this is what I'm highlighting.
Okay. Well, sorry, look, you've obviously given us details there, but also you've told us that you've been out at one of the stations today. Which station was it you came from, or where have you been today?
Have you forgotten already, sir?
Well, you said you'd been.
He's forgotten already.
You'd been to from Castlewellan.
Well, that's where it was.
Yeah. Okay. And where are you heading to?
No comment.
Well,
No comment.
you have to.
No comment, mate.
You have to tell us.
No, mate, I've told you my name and address. That's it you wanted to know. You wanted to know my name and address, and I've told you it. Do all that sections now. If you were going to ask me where I was going and coming from, you should have done it when you got here.
There's a part of it, dude. There's no time that it's.
Yes, but you're abusing that power. That is why.
Who abused that part?
You're abusing the power. You abuse the section.
You shouldn't be doing it where it's not necessary.
It wasn't necessary.
It is 100%
If you'd have read that
necessary.
memo, it wasn't necessary, sir. If you'd have come in in the work every morning and read the memos, then you would be schooled. Which you should do. It's your work. It's your job. How do you, sir? Any word there yet? Yes. Me going. Am I still being detained? Yes, well you hadn't. Well, no, you haven't.
Yeah, so two possibles here. Another one's coming in.
Two possibles for me. Now they want me to point out. Now they want me to point out. Here I am. Now, sirs, the question is, I've assisted you, and I'm still being detained. I've assisted you in who I am. I'll give you my name, I'll give you my address. Unlawful search today again. Unlawful. Straight in with the Terrorism Act. Straight in with the Terrorism Act every time here. So they are. No ifs, buts, blah, blah, blah. Here we go, folks. Breaking no laws, big man, breaking no laws.
So can I just ask you to
No, sir, you can't. No, because of COVID, I'm not removing my mask.
safe distance?
Because of COVID, I'm not removing my mask, sir.
I can confirm your identity.
Pardon?
I can confirm your identity if you have a mask on.
Sir, if we find out this is you, you're free to go. So all we're asking is a quick down.
No, I'm not taking my mask because of COVID.
GDPR has been breached.
Still free to go. I'm still being detained, sorry. Still being detained, am I?
Sir, can I just ask, right?
GDPR has been breached.
Pardon?
GDPR has been breached.
GDPR on this here, so that. Now, I told you.
GDPR has been breached.
Yes, yes,
We're
yes.
discussing your details with yourself.
Right, well, I've told you my name and I've told you my address once and once only, chaps.
Yeah. All I need is just to confirm this, and then that's us stopped. You will no longer be detained after you've asked me your details, okay?
GDPR has been breached. GDPR has been breached. GDPR has been breached. GDPR has been breached.
I've come in at no crime. I refuse to answer that question, sir.
However, once we finish this, you will be free to go.
Oh, I know, I'm free to go. Like, I know I'm not getting arrested today. I know that.
Okay, well then if you comply, it's all over.
I have complied 100% to you since you got here.
GDPR has been breached.
Okay? And like with colleague has said, all we need to do is just confirm these details and that's you free to go. Like you said, if you've committed no offences, then there's nothing to worry about. Okay?
There's no offences here, there's no Section 5, there's no 50s, there's no nothing here, boys.
We've ourselves to the search and we're happy enough, okay?
Are you happy enough then? Right, no problem.
No.
GDPR has been breached.
Up there. Happy on it, boys.
I'm happy to.
Right, am I being detained?
So
Am I free to go?
you're free to go now at the minute.
Right, no problem, lads. Can I have a copy of that search warrant that you searched me on the street with, please?
Yeah.
Since you have my name and address. Now, I didn't want a search record, but now you have my name and address, I will take the search record. Thank you very much. Now, you used that power, you abused that power also. So, you used that school day. You abused Section 21. That's to take my details. So you said, that's an abuse of power again. The same as way you searched me there. This is what I'm highlighting, lads. Highlighting.
GDPR has been breached.
There's no abuse of a power if you've got the pot. Look, I've already talked this over.
We're just going around.
GDPR has been breached.
We're not around circles.
It's not an abuse of the power.
It is abuse. It is abuse. You should have been sent a memo to leave people like myself alone. Read the memo, lads. Read the memo, like, please. For your own self, so you don't come across this again. As I say, lads, like, I'm not going to put complaints on against police officers. That's not my bag. I've got my bag on. This is my content.
We're simply here asking your details, so
GDPR has been breached.
that's for your search record.
Well, you've already identified who it was. So what are you asking it out for again?
Just confirm it with
You
you.
just, you know who I am.
Confirm it with you.
Well, if you confirmed it, you confirm away.
Look, we're just confirming with you.
So there's two addresses here. Which is your current address?
There's two addresses.
Well, did you say
There's
there's
one there and there's a different
That's where I live.
that's your current address?
address. Where's
GDPR has been breached.
Previous address.
the previous address, right?
Think he's not be going for detective anytime soon, will he? No, lads, as I say, like, this is peaceful, lads. There's not a bit of animosity against the police in Northern Ireland, like, so there's not.
GDPR has been breached.
Your search record for you.
Oh, no comment.
You've given me the 29, so I'm more than happy to put it down.
What's next? Ice cream?
Ice cream, and dip my toes in the sand up there. So I am. Maybe put the Bermuda shorts on, or maybe put the budgie smugglers on.
The sand, go to the sea.
Put the budgie smugglers on, son. You see, folks, on again, abuse of powers in Northern Ireland. They do it in England, Section 43, all the time. So they do. They actually abuse Section 44 that much in England. They actually took it away. So now they're starting to abuse Section 43 in England. So they are. Over here in Northern Ireland, it's the Justice and Security Act. They breached Sections 21, 23 and 24. You hear the officers? And 24. Now they've been searched and stopped and searched under no section. Now if it had said Section 23 or 24, they might have been alright. So I was searched unlawfully. He's got my details under the right section, Section 21, so he's dead. But the other sections, lads, I asked you on numerous occasions to state the section before you put your hands on me, and you just couldn't do it between you. It is what it is.
No necessity for us to quote legislation. Absolutely.
You do, sir. You do, sir. It's your job.
Not the act.
It's your job. It's your job. You have to tell me what I can get searched under, lad. No, you never. Justice and Security Act, you didn't tell me what section. You do have to tell me. You have to state what section, mate, so you do. So if you arrest me under a public order offence, would you not have to state the section? No? Spoofer! He knows the crack words. It's all coming out now, lads. I can stand here all day. You two boys, you're not bad. See, folks, 5 minutes now would have been away here, like, so whatever. Am I still being detained? Am I still being detained? Yes or no, will do.
Just hit submit here. I'll give you your reference number. You're right.
Good lad.
So your reference number.
Would,
You ready?
would you write it on that paper first, please, sir?
Pal.
Thank you very much. I'm going to do something after this video here. It's funny, lads, that I don't do. It's not violent.
Well, that's alright.
Right, it's not violent. So it's not. As I say, folks, once again, stop searched. Well, some people say abused in the street, but I'll not use that word today because these officers have not been too bad.
Reference number there.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Station in Northern Ireland.
You happy enough who I am or not? I'm still being detained.
No, you're free to go.
Free to go! Did you say that for the camera?
Free to go.
Free to go. Thanks very much, lads. Now we'll still be hanging around this station for a bit, okay? Because you interrupted my story and now I have to finish it.
GDPR has been breached.
If you can move along, that would be ideal.
Pardon?
Sorry?
What'd you say?
So it was nice to
It
meet
was
you.
nice to meet me. And what was the last bit?
If you can move along.
You want me to move off public property?
Just move along.
No, thank you, sir. I'm going to decline your request, sir. I'm in public. I can stand here as long as I want, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. And what did you say you were going to do then?
Just forget about that idea.
Right, okay.
As I say, yes, I'm going to finish my story here at this police station here. So this officer just asked me to move on. Well, he's asked, he hasn't told me. So I'm just kindly decline your request, okay, sir? Now I'm going to finish my story. Thanks very much, lads. May the force be with you, lads. Thanks very much. As I say, we're in Newcastle County down here, folks. And we've got to go on there about a PSNI of Northern Ireland, so we'll have. As I say, we'll watch them two boys drive away from this police station because we're all over them like a fucking rash here today. And they haven't got a clue. They're getting schooled, mate. So they are. Schooled. So they did. Newcastle County down, folks. Once again, like, share and subscribe. Thanks very much, folks. And may the force be with you.